Hello and welcome back for part 2 of Awakening the Bandhas mini-series. This is Awakening Udiyana Bandha. Now, Udiyana Bandha is the second station. It is the second major bandha out of the 3 major bandhas. Udiyana Bandha is the second major station when it comes to learning how to circulate, sublimate your sexual energy, to learn energygasm, breathgasm, and of course the non-ejaculatory orgasm. Udiyana Bandha is associated to, but not isolated to, the abdominal diaphragm. So it resides or governs the organs that are between your abdominal diaphragm and your pelvic diaphragm. So that's going to be most of your digestive organs, your stomach, your spleen, your liver, your large intestine, your small intestine. It is the seat of transformation in your body. So it is closely associated to Manipura chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra, the seat of power and fire in the body. And this is no coincidence because transformative power is fire power. Fire is the element of transformation. It takes logs and turns them into ash. It takes wood and turns it into smoke. It takes wood and turns it into flame and heat. And the same thing occurs in your body. You take food, an apple that was once outside of you, you eat it, and your digestive fire turns it into you. This apple that was once outside of you literally becomes you. And there's a very special transformative power in gestation, taking what was once you and turning it into another human. So pregnancy and digestion are both governed by this seat of transformation. In part 1 of this series, we discussed how the bandhas are both a physical and an energetic lock. So when you engage in the physical practices of engaging Udiyana Bandha, you increase your digestive health. So we're working with all of those digestive organs like I just previously mentioned. Any sort of disease or ailment that plagues your digestive health can be eased by learning how to engage with Manipura chakra, with Udiyana Bandha, and the transformative power of your samana vayu, which is the system of flow that's also associated with this part of the body. Because what happens is when you engage physically, you turn on these organs, you turn on these muscles that were once involuntary, you can voluntarily send energy, send blood flow, send nutrient to these diseased or ailed organs or muscles and essentially boost them, give them more health. When you increase your digestive power, you're able to extract more nutrient from the foods that you're eating, and then you're better able to distribute that nutrient throughout the body. Now you're giving your whole body an inner software system update because that nutrient that's extracted from the food and further distributed into the body reaches all parts of the body, all systems of the body, your mental health, your sexual health, your digestive health, your heart health. All of your systems get updated. And this happens energetically as well. When you learn how to harness the energetic properties with Udiyana Bandha, you are able to transform what is earthly, bodily love and elevate it into divine cosmic love. And to tether, to ground that cosmic universal love into your bodily earthly love. Let's get started. Find a nice, comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. And then when you're comfortable, close the eyes. We'll take a short moment to ground into this space. To do so, take a nice deep breath in through the nose And then a long exhale through the mouth. Start to breathe in and out of your nose if you aren't already. And we will also include a breathing practice on top of yogic breathing called samavriti. So this is where your inhale and exhale are the same length and all of the breath flows in and out of the nose. Now that we have established that rhythm, taken a moment to sink into this space, we'll begin with the first part of yogic breathing, which is belly breathing. So you might find it helpful if you place one or both hands on your belly. And as you inhale, you're going to breathe into your belly, expanding your belly into your hand. And as you exhale, you can very gently push your hand into your belly, guiding and encouraging your belly in towards the spine. Inhale, expanding your belly into your hand. Feel that expansion. And as you exhale, draw your navel in towards your spine. Let's do that a few more times. So if this feels like an appropriate challenge for you, or if you're finding it difficult or requires a lot of focus to pair the movement of the belly with the breath, then stay here, keep doing exactly what you're doing. Otherwise, we'll add on to this so that as you breathe into your belly, you're also going to push down on your pelvic floor, almost as if you were going to urinate, but for obvious reasons, don't. And as you exhale, draw your pelvic floor in and up as if you were trying to pause that stream of urination and draw your navel in towards the spine. Inhale to expand the belly, push down on the pelvic floor. And exhale, draw the pelvic floor in and up, the navel to the spine. Keep breathing like this. Let's do that 3 more times. Once that third breath is complete, we're going to move on to part 2 of yogic breathing, which is thoracic breathing. So you're going to create a capital letter C with your hands and then mirror that with the other side. You're going to take your hands and grab the outside of your ribs in line with your solar plexus. So that's just below the sternum there. You might be able to feel your ribs underneath your hands. Now the belly is going to remain relatively still, and as you inhale, you're going to breathe into the rib cage, expanding your rib cage in all 4 directions, front, back, and side to side. And you might feel your ribs expand on the inhale. And as you exhale, you're relaxing and condensing the rib cage, knitting the ribs back together. And you might feel the space between your ribs, the intercostal muscles, shrink. Inhale to feel them expand. And exhale to contract. Keep breathing like this. Let's do that 3 more times. When that third breath is complete, we're going to move into the third of 3 parts of yogic breathing, which is clavicular breathing. Now, this is the most subtle of the 3 parts, and in fact, to access clavicular breathing, we need to move through thoracic breathing. So you're going to keep doing exactly what you were just doing. Belly remains relatively still, breathing into the rib cage. But then once the rib cage is full, you're going to continue to breathe, and you'll feel the chest rise. So take 1 hand or 2 onto your collarbones, your clavicles, and the next time that you inhale, keep the belly pretty still and expand your rib cage. Once your rib cage is full, you're going to keep inhaling and feel the lift of the chest. So it's going to rise skywards. You might even feel your collarbones spread or lift slightly. There might even feel like a fullness at the base of your throat. All of those are signs of your clavicular breathing. And when you exhale, you're going to move in the opposite direction. So the chest is going to come down, the collarbones are going to come down, that tension at the base of your throat will ease, and then your rib cage will knit back together. Inhale into the rib cage. Keep inhaling to lift the chest. And then exhale to relax the chest first. And then draw the ribs back in. So keep breathing like this. 3 more breaths like this. So when those 3 breaths are complete, we're going to finish off by putting all 3 parts together and practice full yogic breathing. If at any point your seat is becoming uncomfortable, you can absolutely make adjustments so that you can endure the practice without too much discomfort. So let's begin by placing one hand on the collarbones and then one hand on the belly. And do your best to feel both collarbones underneath one hand. As you inhale, you're going to breathe into the belly first. Expand the belly into the hand. When the belly is full, breathe up into the rib cage. When the rib cage is full, breathe up into the chest. And then exhaling in the opposite direction. The chest comes down first, then the ribs come in, then finally navel towards spine. Inhale, belly first, then the rib cage, then the chest, exhaling in the opposite direction, chest down, ribs in, belly in. Now, keep breathing like this. If you would like to add on Mula Bandha because you're feeling very secure in your breathing, as you inhale, you're going to, just like before, breathe into the belly, but you're also going to push down on the pelvic floor. Breathe up into the rib cage. Breathe up into the chest. Exhale to relax the chest, draw the ribs in, belly in, and then finally pelvic floor in and up. Inhale, pelvic floor down, belly out, ribs out, chest up. And then exhale, chest down, ribs in, belly in, pelvic floor in. Keep breathing like that. Let's take 3 more breaths like that. And when your 3rd breath is complete, you can relax your hands down into your lap and continue to breathe naturally. From here, we're going to come up onto all fours for a tabletop position. So your hands will be under the shoulders and knees under the hips. Back of the pelvis, back of the shoulders, and back of the head all neutral. Legs are firm, arms are firm. Not hard, just firm, finding that activation and stability first before we move on from here. Find your belly and pelvic breathing. As you breathe into the belly, inhale, expanding the pelvic floor. Rest of the body remains relatively still as you draw the navel in towards the spine and the pelvic floor in and up. Let's do 3 more breaths like that. Keep breathing exactly as you are. We're going to add on to this. So as you inhale, you're going to tilt your tailbone up towards the sky. Open the belly, open the chest, looking up towards the sky for cow. And as you exhale, hug your belly in towards your spine. Draw the navel in and up. Tuck the chin in tightly, engaging all three major bandhas. Inhale to expand, arching the spine, opening all three major bandhas, shining them up and out. Exhale to round, pushing the floor away with the hands, opening up the back of the heart as you tuck the chin tightly, hug the navel in, pull the pelvic floor in. Inhale to let go, open. And exhale, draws Mula Bandha in, Udiyana Bandha in, Jalandhara Bandha in. And let's do 5 more like that. When that 5th cat-cow is complete, you're going to pause in your neutral tabletop. From here, you're going to sit back on your heels for Kapalabhati. So Kapalabhati is a pranayama practice that's called breath of fire. And Kapalabhati is a forced exhale out the nose. So we're gonna take it slow and build up. So in those beginning stages, you will have to consciously inhale, but as you pick up the pace, that inhale will just occur naturally because the force of the exhale creates a negative vacuum for the inhale. And there's a pumping of the stomach. So as you forcefully exhale out the nose, you're gonna draw your navel in towards the spine, engaging Udiyana Bandha. So you'll forcefully exhale out, draw the navel in. As you inhale, the belly will relax, which as you speed up the pace will occur naturally, but you will have to consciously make that effort in the slower pace in the beginning. So let me demonstrate for you, and then we'll do it together. As you could see, my belly was pumping with the movement of the breath. And you could hear my breath, that forced exhale, coming out the nose. So let's start together. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Kapalabhati begins on the exhale. Forced exhale out the nose. Forced exhale out the nose. Forced exhale out the nose. And keep moving like this. Stay here or pick up the pace. Stay here, or option to pick up the pace one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in and a full exhale out. For this last final exercise for Udiyana Bandha, we're going to pair a yogic movement with that inner movement. So we're going to do some twisting. So just find a nice, comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, take your left hand behind your back, your right hand to your left knee, and twist. When you reach that edge, draw Udiyana Bandha in, navel towards the spine, and notice how you can twist a little bit deeper. Inhale comes through center. Exhale, twisting to the right, left hand to right knee, right hand behind the back. When you reach that edge, draw Udiyana Bandha in and twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back through center. Moving from side to side with the breath. Exhale, and then pull Udiyana Bandha in and twist. Inhale, come through center. Twist to the other side. Find your edge. Draw Udiyana Bandha in and twist a little bit deeper. Keep moving with the breath. One more on each side. Make sure you get both sides equally. And when both sides are complete, pausing in neutral, in center, breathing naturally, rhythmically, and pausing to feel the effects of this practice on your body. Thank you for tuning in for another episode, part 2 of the 3-part Awakening Your Bandhas mini-series. This was Awakening Udiyana Bandha, the second station. I want to remind you that the skills that you learn in this class are designed to be practiced regularly. This is not a one-class miracle. Return to these practices frequently until they become familiar so that you can integrate them into your existing yoga practice, movement and exercise, and of course, spiritual practice. Stay tuned for part 3, Jalandhara Bandha. I'm Nicole, and I'll see you in the next video.